Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case which is based on deemed dividend provisions under section 2 clause 22 clause E. Section 2 clause 22 clause E says that if a company gives any loan or advance to a shareholder who is holding not less than 10% beneficial shares of that company, and that loan or advance is for the benefit of that shareholder, then this will come in the definition of deemed dividend, and the company has to pay the deemed dividend tax on that. In the present case, the issue before Delhi ITAT G bench was that if a company gives loan to another company in which a shareholder is a common shareholder in both the companies having substantial interest according to section 2 clause 22 clause E, but that loan is intercorporate deposit which is carrying interest on commercial terms, so whether in that case also deemed dividend provisions will be attracted. This issue has been taken up by the Delhi ITAT G bench in the case of Sudesh Gupta versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax. This case is reported in 126 ITR at page number 237, and the date of the judgment is 25th April 2025. The present case relates to the assessment year 13-14. In the present case, the facts of the case are like this. There is a shareholder, Sudesh Gupta, who is holding 34.67% shares in a company B and 21.08% shares in a company K. The company K has given intercorporate deposit to company B on which the interest is also charged. The assessing officer during the assessment proceedings observed that, and the assessing officer was doing the assessment proceedings of B. The assessing officer observed that B was holding substantial interest in both the companies, and one company has given a loan to the other company which was intercorporate deposit. So the primary conditions at the face were fulfilled to attract the deeming provisions of deemed dividend under section 2 clause 22 clause E. But the assessee gave its submission that in the present case the shareholder is not benefited from the transaction, and this was purely a commercial transaction on the interest basis, so the deemed dividend provisions are not applicable. But the assessing officer made the addition accordingly. When the matter came before the CIT appeal, the CIT appeal also upheld the order of the assessing officer. So when the matter was before the tribunal first of all said that in the present case there was no denying the fact that the amount which was given by company K to B was on commercial terms and it was an intercorporate deposit, and neither the assessing officer and nor the CIT appeal has rebuted that it is intercorporate deposit and it is carrying interest at the commercial terms. So the tribunal was of the view that when the shareholder is not benefited from the transaction and the transaction is on the commercial terms, so the deeming provisions cannot be applied. So the tribunal said that in the present case the impugned addition which was confirmed by the CIT appeal deserves to be deleted. Friends, this is very important case because in many cases it happens that the companies are exchanging intercorporate deposits according to their business needs, and the assessing officer tried to attract the deeming provisions of deemed dividend under section 2 clause 22 clause E. But those provisions can be attracted only in a case when the shareholder for which the deeming provisions are to be applied is being benefited by that loan or advance. So the pure commercial transactions do not cover in the ambit of the deeming provisions of deemed dividend. Friends, this case is very important because it helps those transactions which are on commercial terms. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Sudesh Gupta versus Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, and this case is reported in 126 ITR Tribunal at page number 237. The matter has been decided by Honorable Delhi ITAT G bench and the date of the judgment is 25th April 2025. Thank you, friends.